everyone. Hope everybody's doing okay. My name is Queen Heavens. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Those that have not subscribed, please ensure that you subscribe to the channel and please join the family. Yes, and if you like my video, please do not forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you are watching this video, please don't forget to comment below and let me know what are the difficult truths that you have finally accepted in your life. Let's share. Let's get to know about those things that you really one day felt like I am never gonna be like this, but you finally said, okay, I'm now gonna take this in. I'm now gonna be accepting this in my life. And let us share. When our parents are bringing us up, they bring us up in a very lovely and comfortable situation whereby you expect everything, your mother or your father to be doing it for you, and whenever you're not secure about something or you're worried about something, you'll actually run to your parents and try to cry out for help and try to cry out for comfort. But as you grow up, there's a time when your parents actually do not involve themselves in some of the things. And then you start realizing that you want to run to friends, but even the friends are not available. You want to run to someone, but no one is available for you. So the truth is, I accepted that sometimes we need to stand alone. We need to stand alone, and this is something that everybody must know. The situations in life where you're going to be alone. You're going to be alone when you're stressed about so many issues. You're going to be alone when you need someone to comfort you. You're going to be alone when you want to make a decision. And actually, no one is going to be there for you. No one is going to be there to help you out. No one is going to be there to give you some money if you're broke. No one is going to be there if you're sick sometimes. No one is going to be there to give you a solution to anything. No one is going to be there to comfort you, to take you through some kind of pain. So many times are going to come in your life when you're going to be alone. Even when your family really loves you, even when your sisters and brothers really care about you, even when you have a husband in your life or a wife in your life, even when you have children in your life, there are those moments that are going to come in your life that you must be alone. And stand alone and go through a situation alone. Yeah, so many situations come in our lives, like they are so difficult to an extent that you feel like you needed someone to help you with some money. Maybe you don't have a job and you're going through some kind of situation, like for example, you have bills to pay, like you have rent to pay, you need to do something, some things that really matter in life. But no one, you try to call people's numbers. I think some of you have gone through this kind of situation. You try to call through someone and try to be like, can you please help me? Can you be of help in this kind of situation? And everybody's saying, oh, sorry, I'm not available. Oh, sorry, I cannot help you. Oh, sorry, I'll not be in position to do that. So I personally accepted that in life, there are those moments that I must be alone, that I am going to be alone, and no one will be available for me to run to lean on, to ask for any kind of help. And I'll have to make a decision and go through situations by my own self. That is something I realized is going to happen, and it's inevitable. You can't avoid it. And funny how it so happens that sometimes those situations come up actually when you really need help and you can't even help yourself in any way. Do you realize that when you have a lot of help, like you have people who are really available in your life, and maybe friends, maybe relatives, at that particular moment when people are there to help you, you don't have actually any problems. You don't go through any kind of hard situation. But when that moment comes when you really need someone to help you, okay, like when you're going through a really hard situation, that is when you realize that a lot of people are not available in your life. That is when you realize that no one is there for you. The only word someone can do or say to you is to say, oh, sorry, I am sorry, I am sorry, I am sorry. Oh my God, you will realize that when you call someone for help, no one is going to be answering the call. No one is ever going to be helping you. Everybody is going to be busy on their own stuff. And then you'll be stuck in this situation by your own self, and no one is there. Situations like that have happened to me. They have happened to me personally. When I remember some time back when I didn't have a job, I was actually very broke. I was so broke. I think I went through that situation like for 9 months. I didn't have a job in my life. I lost my job, I got an accident. That is a really long story I wouldn't want to go through or into, but I got an accident and I lost my job. To cut the story short, I lost my job, and it was in the middle of this kind of situation that I needed to parent, I needed to take care of myself, I needed to help this and that, or to do this and that, but I didn't have anyone available. I didn't have anyone to run to. I was alone. I was alone in that kind of situation, and no one was there to help. But fortunately, after some time, like really long time, my parents came in. But that is after some time, and I give God the glory that at least after some time someone came in. But the situations that are going to happen to you, and no one is going to come in, and you have to go through it by your own self. Think about it. Life is about consequences. I mean, have you ever been in a situation whereby if there is nothing that is happening, you're actually thinking about nothing because there is nothing that is happening? But when a consequence or a situation comes up, that is when you start doing something. That's when you think about what to do. So I realize that life is about consequences. So basically what we have to do, I think what I learned to do is we shouldn't wait for a situation to happen before we stand up to do something. I mean, are you getting me? Are you trying to understand what I'm saying? Is before a situation happens, in other words, plan for tomorrow before tomorrow. I think that is the best way I can say it. So me, I learned to plan for tomorrow. I don't wait for tomorrow to come before I start planning for tomorrow. I plan for tomorrow today. I have my program of tomorrow today. And when tomorrow comes, I just implement what I planned. But so many people, before, that is a life that I was in before I got to this level of becoming the new me. I used to literally do what I can do today, and then tomorrow, when tomorrow hits me, I am confused in the middle of everything, and I end up not knowing what to do, and I end up getting confused about every single situation. But right now, I plan for tomorrow today. So by the time tomorrow comes, I know already what I am gonna do, what I'm supposed to do, and how I'm gonna do it. And boom, when tomorrow comes, I am good to go. I am not fidgeting in the situation and thinking about what am I gonna do, unless it is an abrupt situation, because there's sometimes when abrupt situations hit up, and a situation hits you and you are actually not planning for it, like you didn't know it's gonna happen. Yeah, there's situations like that. But then I told you, like before, there is a statement I said before, like you need to be on guard, you need to be critical, you need to be conscious of everything, and just know that when you're planning for today, when you're planning for tomorrow, you just need to know that something may come up tomorrow that is not what you're planning. Like I'm planning for, let me give an example. I'm saying tomorrow I have a trip, I'm gonna be going here and going here and going here. Then a situation hits up, maybe it rains and I cannot go anymore. You know? Maybe the government says you can't move. Okay, any kind of hazard comes up and that makes me uncomfortable to do what I'm supposed to do, what I had planned to do yesterday or tomorrow. I need to be having a solution. I need to be ready for such hazards. I need to be ready to face them. So when I'm planning for tomorrow, I also think about what hazards could happen that could stop me from doing whatever I want to do tomorrow. So I get ready for those hazards too. That is what I'm trying to do. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, learn to be ready for tomorrow, but still be critical and conscious of the hazards that may come, that may stop you from fulfilling your program for tomorrow. I think you get what I'm saying. Maybe I'm driving my point home. I'm hoping so. Let me know if you really understand what I'm saying. So you just need to be ready to know that tomorrow is coming. I am planning to go here, but in case this happened, this is what I am going to be doing. I think now I'm getting to someone's head. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to mean. There's some things I really think about, and I'm like, oh my god. I didn't believe this. I didn't know I would ever let this be. I mean, I didn't know that I would learn to live without some things. You guys, thanks be to God, I learned to let go. I learned to let go. You guys, it was so hard of me going or like moving on, like letting go of the situation, letting go of people. Literally, when I met a person in my life, even if those people were really mean to me, even if they treated me like so badly, it was not easy for me to ever stand up and go and say, okay, I am done here, I'm done with this. I always thought that maybe tomorrow is going to be a better day, maybe the people are going to be better tomorrow, maybe they're going to change. Guys, that was a very hard thing for me. It was really taking me, like, it was really draining me down. I would literally be with a person really hurts me and I can't see it, and everybody's telling me crap about that person, but it was easy for me to make a decision and say, okay, I can't take this anymore, I am going on, I am leaving you, I am going. Even if it's a friend, even if it's a family member, even if it's I always put the blame on myself. Like, I always put myself in people's shoes, and I always felt like maybe I was the one who was overreacting, maybe it was my fault, maybe I am behaving the wrong way, maybe I should think twice about the decision. And I would always remember the memories that we had with this person. I would maybe think about the good things these people have done for me, and maybe I started blaming myself, like maybe I'm being so mean. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. That is something very dangerous, by the way. It is very dangerous because it can probably lead you into a lot of pit holes, and you can never be able to come out of them. So basically, it was something very hard, a little bit hard for me to ever adjust on. But I give thanks to God that I was able to just stand on my own and say, okay, I am done with this. And say I'm done. You guys, it isn't easy. And if you're somewhere there and you're this kind of person who will always postpone or give people second and third and fourth and fifth and eighth and 10th chances and 100th, guys, sometimes people just need only 3 chances. And if you ever give people 3 chances in life and they're not doing it better, I mean, you guys should learn to move on, because I know it is not easy, because it was really hard for me to do. Like, I would just like literally put the blame on myself. I would get hurt, someone would literally hurt me, and I would think twice about whatever they did to me. And then I'd be like, maybe I'm being a bad person. Maybe I'm also not perfect. I do a lot of crap. Maybe I'm also hurting this person in several ways. Maybe I'm not the most perfect human being. And I think I'm reacting very negatively. I think I'm reacting very badly to stop this relationship, to stop this friendship, to stop this sisterhood, whatever the case. It was actually very hard for me, but I give God the glory that I was able to learn to let go. I was able to learn to move on. I was able to learn that it wasn't my fault. Even if I'm the one who began the friendship, or I'm the one who began the relationship, I learned to understand that I'm much more better. I am worth something better. Like, I'm not meant to be hurt. I'm not meant to be crying. I'm not meant to be pleading for some people. If someone doesn't see the worth in me, I'm not meant to be forcing things, Because trust me, sometimes friendship that is real just flows. You don't have to force the person to do things for you. You don't have to remind them to do things for you. You don't have to keep telling them what to do. They actually just do, because they actually think about you. They feel, the energy is the same. What you put in is what they put in. You don't have to be expecting disappointments all the time, like throughout the whole friendship, throughout the whole relationship. It is all disappointment, it's all cries, it's all tears, it's all what. And you're always giving these guys a 10th chance, 11th chance, 12th chance. Oh guys, if you're coming into my life right now, I don't have time for chances. I give you 1, 2 chances. If you don't use them correctly, baby girl, go out of my life. Baby boy, I'm not in need of you anymore. Because so many times you sit in a situation and you will sit there and expect people to change tomorrow. And the worst thing of all things that I used to do, I used to actually go to these people, try to explain to them. Like, you show someone something that they already know that they're doing, you know what I'm trying to mean. Like, someone does something bad to you, but they also know it's bad, but then you're hurting, and they're pretending, and they pretend like they actually did not know it's wrong, and then they start telling you, why did you tell me it's wrong? And then you're like, really? Am I supposed to be telling you that what you're doing is wrong? I mean, really? Am I supposed to be reminding you? I mean, we have to think about some things, actually. But guys, learn to let go. Even if a friendship that you have, a relationship, is really known worldwide. I mean, if the whole world knows that you guys are dating, if the whole world knows that you guys are friends or best friends or whatever, and if the person is toxic, if it is one-sided, guys, learn to move on. Learn to move on. Because out there's so many people who want you desperately. There are so many people who really wish to have you, like, be friendly to you, be in relationship with you. But every time they see you with a person, you're blocking your chances. Even God says, if a door closes before you, there is another one that is open. So always expect better. And always be like, okay, I am living here, I am going somewhere else, because somewhere else is much more better. Maybe you can get something better than staying stuck on one thing because of reason A, B, C. The biggest thing here is you don't have to be hurt because of people. No, sweetheart. Another thing that I thank God for, another thing that I'm so grateful about, is that I stopped explaining myself to people. I stopped over-explaining and wanting people to understand me, because what I realized in life is that not everybody will understand you. Not everybody will understand what you're going through. Not everybody will put themselves in your shoes. Not everybody will accommodate your pain. Not everybody will adjust and leave their comfort zone and come and stay in your uncomfortable zone. So I learned not to expect people to do things for me, and I learned not to explain myself, because I don't expect someone to understand me. Because I believe that if someone wants to understand you, they will surely do. They will surely do. And you always don't have to force people to keep staying there, and because sometimes you'll go into a situation, a bad situation with someone, and then you realize that you will be the one to explain yourself all the time, because this person is always hurting you, and you will have to explain why you think you're hurt, why you think it's not right, why you think blah blah blah. I mean, it is not necessary to explain yourself too much. If you tell someone something and someone is not really clicking it, it is okay for them not to understand you. As long as you understand yourself, right? It is only you that knows yourself. So why are you trying to prove a point to other people? Why are you forcing other people to really understand you, like, deeper and deeper? Because some people just choose not to understand people. Someone can literally just get angry with you, and you try to explain to them why you did something wrong, why you did whatever you did to them, and they actually just choose to stay angry, to stay hating you, to stay punishing you, to stay unfriendly to you, and to stay avoiding you. So you literally end up thinking that when you explain to them the more, maybe after 10 years or 2 years or 3 years, they will understand you. Baby, it's a choice for you to understand someone. It's a choice for someone to understand you. So you're not gonna force it. You're not gonna force it. So I stopped literally over-explaining myself to people, like making them really believe what I'm saying is right and blah blah. And I'm trying so hard and my level best to say that, putting things into their mind. I mean, making them believe me. I learned to accept people not to believe me, people not to understand me. I now feel like it's okay for someone not to understand me, for someone not to believe me, for someone not to take my side. That is how much I have grown. Bravo. Thanks. Guys, congratulate me, because it's a very big step that I've taken in my life. It is a very big step that I've taken. It is something I literally never used to do. I would really feel vulnerable in the middle of situations that are really tough, and I would hardly move on. I would hardly try so hard to explain to someone a situation, to make someone understand my point, to make someone believe that I'm right. I don't care if you believe I'm right or wrong. I mean, that's up to you. That is up to you. If you want to believe me, if you want to believe what I'm saying, believe me. If you don't want to believe, I learned to keep quiet when I don't know what to say. You know, there's so many situations that come up when someone actually doesn't know what to say, but because they just talk because they want to talk, because they want to contribute, because they want to be recognized that they are available. You know, there's so many situations that used to happen before when I used to talk for the sake of talking. I contribute in an argument when I'm not even actually sure about what I'm saying. So you realize that instead you just mess up the whole thing, and you just mess up the whole conversation, and you may end up just making everybody so angry. So as I grew up, I learned to keep quiet when I don't know what to say. I learned to keep quiet when I am not sure of the reaction. For example, you want to say something, maybe you're angry about something, maybe you want to tell someone about some secret, maybe there's something that you're going through and you need to share it with someone, but you're actually not sure how those people will react. You know, so I realized that sometimes when you just speak to a person without thinking twice about whatever you're going to speak to them, you actually end up messing that person up. Maybe the person is not ready to receive the bad news or the good news. So I learned to keep quiet when I am not sure of the reaction, of another person's reaction. I also learned to keep quiet when I am not confident about what I'm saying. Take for instance, sometimes you had rumors from someone said so and so said this and that and that and that and that. Like the story is actually long. You heard it from a friend, a friend of a friend said to a friend, and a friend told you. And then you're not actually sure of what you're saying. Then someone asks you, do you realize someone did this and this? And then you're like, yes, by the way, even this person said this and this. No. I learned to keep quiet when I am not confident about what I'm saying. If I don't have evidence of what I'm saying, if I don't know what I am saying, if I'm not sure 100% of what I'm saying, I rather keep quiet. As someone going through such a situation, this is another thing that I was really afraid of all my life. As I was growing up, I was so scared of no. I was scared of no, of someone telling me no. I mean, I used to never ask for money. I used to never ask for advice. I never used to ask for help. Not because I don't want to ask, not because I can't ask, not because I don't have people to ask, but because I was so scared of someone telling me no. I was so scared that I can imagine how men feel when they are vibing a woman and a woman says no. That is why most men are like, it is an embarrassment for a woman to say no to you. That is why men really put in a lot of energy to say that these women, that they vibe, accept whatever they're telling them, because actually I was so afraid, I was so fragile to a no. And if someone just tells me no to anything that I want to do or something that I'm asking for, I lose the whole morale and I don't do something anymore. I just be like, okay, I am not doing that. Why am I punishing myself? And if I wanted to just go somewhere and I ask someone for some money, maybe I don't have money, and then they say, no, I don't have money, I'm sorry, I cannot give you. I totally lose the morale of trying again. I don't try again, you know? And the truth is that I can now accept a no, and it's okay for someone to tell me no. So that is another difficult truth that I accepted. And it is another difficult truth that I learned. I also learned to accept mockery. from people. People mock you over what you haven't even done. People mock you over, yet you're really innocent, over nothing, over no reason. Before I was so afraid, I was scared of doing things because I'm like, what am I gonna be saying? Maybe someone is gonna mock me for whatever I'm doing. But now I don't give a damn. You can mock me, you can say something bad about me, talking bad or ill things about me, talking false information about me. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. If you believe whoever you wanna believe, I am now okay with it. But that is something that used to make me really sick. And I would get so afraid of making any kind of mistake because I was scared of being abused, being scolded at. But now I'm not afraid to make mistakes because mistakes build me. I make a mistake tomorrow, yesterday, the other day. It's okay. It's okay to make a mistake because I'm going to be like, okay, if I made a mistake yesterday, I am going to make it better tomorrow. So I am not afraid of making mistakes, and thanks be to God, because that was something, it was a very big challenge. I literally used to fall sick because I was scared. I always stepped back on so many things I couldn't do because of getting scared, of failing. When we were growing up, my cousins and my sisters and brothers used to play very many games like Snakes and Ladders, Ludo. I never wanted to play because I was scared of failing. I was really scared of failing. And if you're scared of failing, you can never try. But now, I thank God that I accepted failure. Once you embrace and know that it's okay to fail, you'll actually thrive in so many things, because if you accept that you can fail, it means you're going to achieve so many things. Who has ever been like this? If you've ever, please let me know. Another thing that I also learned, I learned to not ask for permission to do something. Before those days, back in some years back, I used to, before I do something, I need to first consult someone to ask them if something is really good for me, if something is good or better, if I try to do it, what is the end result? I mean, it is not about you, it is you who knows you, you know? Because I realized that when I begin to do something, even without asking for permission, I realized that it gives me the energy to keep doing whatever I want to do. And I realized it's about the energy that you put into do something that leads you there. It is not the advice of who and who. People will find you doing whatever you're doing, and that is when they'll give you the advice. You know, but no one is going to give you advice if they actually haven't seen what you're doing. So to me, I begin, and then the advice finds me on the way. If I make a mistake, a dumb mistake, okay, I learn from mistakes. I just try to improve it and make it better, but I'm not going to say I'm not going to begin because I'm scared of whatever is going to happen. I'm not going to do this because I want to ask who and who, because I realize that every time I ask people, all the time I ask someone, I want to do this, do you think it's good? I want to do this, do you think I'm going to succeed in it? The only advice they gave me just put my energy down, and actually ended up losing the whole morale to do whatever I want to do. And I ended up losing a lot of opportunities. I ended up throwing down a lot of dreams and desires of my life. I ended up throwing down a lot of things that I would have been doing, things that I would have been thriving through, things that I would have been working on, things that make who I am, things that make me. Because of asking who and finding out from who and consulting from who. It is good to consult, but consult as you do. Because when you start something, it is not easy for that energy to get back to you. The energy just keeps pushing you because you have already begun it, and then you can't back off, and then you just have to keep going. As you ask someone, okay, I started this, and this is what I am on, this is a step I've taken. Can you please let me know, how can I make this better? That is better. That question is better than you saying, can I please start? I mean, this is you. God calls every person differently. Every person has a different calling. Your calling and your talent is not someone's talent, it's not someone's calling. Maybe someone doesn't see that as an idea. Maybe someone doesn't look at that as a good thing. And maybe this is something that is going to build you. This is something that is going to take you somewhere you don't even know. I've seen so many people start like jokingly about with things. They just start maybe comedy and they just start playing around and making jokes around, talking, and that makes them heroes in life. It makes them rich. It makes them billionaires, but they just began one day and no one told them you can now start. It's not a movie that I'm gonna be telling you start. Go on, stop. No, So it is better you just start doing and let the other people follow. Let the advice find you on the way. Let whatever encouragements and whatever find you on the way. Because once you start something, it is not easy to back off. Unless you're just this person who never motivates themselves, But it is not easy to back off. I don't know how to say that. I stopped postponing things. I don't know, that word is really hard for me to say. Postponing things. I learned not to postpone things because I realized that every time you keep saying, I'm going to be doing that tomorrow will come and you'll get busy and get other programs, and then you say, I'm going to be doing that tomorrow, and tomorrow will pass and pass and pass, and tomorrow actually never comes. That's what some white man said. So I realized that it's better for you, if you have an idea, you just start there and then. Start doing it. Let the other problems find you on the way. I prefer this because I realize it has also helped me in so many ways. It has helped me to push me and give me the strength to do things, because every time you say I'm gonna do that tomorrow, you actually maybe tomorrow will come and you change your mind about what you're gonna do, and maybe what you wanted to do yesterday is actually gonna be of a very good benefit to your life. And here you're ignoring it and saying, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, and tomorrow there's another program, because every day is a brand new day. Every day has its own plans, every day has its own programs. Think about it yourself. Things you thought about last year, and you're saying you're gonna be doing them this year. Tell me that is coming to an end. How many months? 1 month. In fact, no more months. Next month, that is gonna end. So tell me, how many of those that you said you're gonna be doing this year have you done? Sometimes we just postpone these things, but we actually, some white man said some word, but I'm not going to say that word. Maybe I'm going to write it here and you're going to read it. And I realized that he was right. When you postpone something, you say you're going to be doing it tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to come, and actually, let me give an example. You have money and you're putting money in the bank and saying, I'm going to buy a car next year. I'm not going to be buying this year because I'm still doing this and doing this and doing. If a mind hits your head, do it there and then. Because you don't know what is going to come next. Maybe you're going to get problems and you're going to use that money and you're not going to have that money anymore. So I feel like you should, okay, this is what I believe. If I get a mind on my head and it pushes me to do something, the only thing I'm going to do is to think about how am I going to do it. And if I get on how I am going to do it and what that thing is, I then go on. I go and make research about what exactly that thing is about, how do you do it. And once I'm done making that research, there you go. I don't have time to wait anymore and say I'm going to be doing it. Maybe I should do it next year. Maybe I should do it tomorrow. Because tomorrow is a brand new day. Everybody is having different plans. Different problems are coming on the table. You're not going to be doing one thing every day. You're not going to be thinking about one thing every single day. So I learned to not postpone things. I learned that friends are really important in life. And this life without friends is actually very boring, actually. And life without friends is kind of mean life. If you don't have friends, you're actually kind of mean or self-centered or whatever it is. I'm not going to blame those people who don't have friends, because I personally have a lot of friends and I'm happy that I have them. But I learned something that I used to do before. Before, I used to look at a friend more than my family. I used to take my friends first, like before my family. And I would treasure a friend more than anything, more than God, more than anything in my life. But as I've grown up, I've realized that a family is more important and more valuable than friends. Because I realize, I'm not saying friends are bad, but what I'm trying to say is that I realize that friendship is on probability. You don't know if it's going to last for 2 years or 3 years or 4 years. You don't even know if it's ever going to happen for a lifetime. And friends are people who actually go away and they totally forget about you. Friends are people who would backstab you. Okay, I'm not saying family doesn't backstab, but a friend is a person who really, if a family is backstabbing you and a friend is backstabbing you, a friend backstabs deeper than a family friend, than a sister or a brother or a mother or a parent, let me say. So I learned to value my family more than I value my friends. I love my friends and so much, but my family first. That is something I never used to do in the past. I actually associated more with my friends more than my family members. I actually spent most of the time with my friends more than my family members. I actually thought they were the best and everything and blah blah. Okay, I know they're good because actually up to now I still have a few friends that I've grown up with, that I've kept in the line, that I've stayed with all my life, that I've been there for 15 years. You know, I have such friends that have been with me for 15 years down the road, and they've been good to me and they've not been bad, because of course no one is perfect, but we are good, you know. But I realized that you would rather have a sister and take her more importantly and more closer, because I have realized that a family is something like to do with blood, to do with the lineage, and a family continues for the rest of the life. Because when you give birth, when you grow up, you give birth to children, and then they give birth to children, and then they give birth to children. I mean, that is a whole damn lineage, so it's more longer and more lasting. But of course, a friend will get married to another man out there and maybe go with the husband, and maybe you start saying hello, and that is all. You know what I'm saying? So I just learned that friends are good, but family is more valuable. And I'm urging out you guys, if you're someone there and you really value your friends, it's good, but put your family first and never drop your family off the line. It is very important, because family is what is going to be there, where the friends are not. Just so you know. Guys, I used to trust a lot. It was very difficult for me not to trust someone. If someone came to me with a very loving face, a very loving attitude and smiling and positive energy, it was not easy for me to reject them. It was not easy for me not to trust them, to believe what they're saying. I literally used to believe a lot of people who came to me with that positive energy, and that led me into a lot of problems. So now it is very difficult to hold in my heart, but now I accepted to reject some people. It is hard because it is not me. Naturally, in my veins, I don't like rejecting people. I don't like saying no to people. I don't want to push people away. I don't want to hate people. I don't want to show people a negative energy. It really makes me really weak. But truth is, I accepted to hold that difficulty in my heart, and I'm like, I am saying no. Yes, before I used to say no, and I just go back to my bed and be like, oh my God, why did I say no? If someone asks me for help, I would literally try my level best. If it meant not to sleep, I would not sleep, trying to find a solution for someone. Putting myself in people's shoes and trying to be of good help, and trying to put a lot of energy to see that I solve a problem that is not even concerning me, that I don't even know about. But now I learned to reject. I learned to, not 100%, but I'm learning to reject people actually. I'm learning to say no to people. I'm learning not to trust every person that comes with a smiling face. I'm learning not to believe in everybody that comes telling me whatever they're saying. Because another truth that I also learned is that not everyone that is spoken is true. Not everyone that someone says is actually true. Someone can create a story actually out of the blue, and they come and tell you whatever they're gonna tell you, and you're gonna believe them because they were the first to tell you actually. Do you realize that you can believe a wrong person and leave the correct person? Do you realize that you can consider, oh, have mercy and have pity on a wrong person because of the story, because they are good at storytelling, because they are good at pretending, they're good at acting innocent, but actually it's not the truth. So I really learned. I thank God that I learned to reject people. I learned to say no to people. I learned to accept that not every word that is spoken to me is actually true. I can now boldly stand and say, no, you're lying. But before, it was not easy for such a word to come out of my lips. I wouldn't even argue with the person who is coming to tell me something. I'll literally believe them. I would actually trust easily. It was easy for me to trust a person, anyone who came to me smiling and try to act friendly and good to me. I would actually think they are good people. But now I know. Now I know. Bravo to me. I learned to appreciate every single small favor I get from a person, because I realize favors are not easily given. They're not easily achieved. It is not possible that everybody is gonna favor you. No, it's not automatic. It's not a must that someone has to favor you. Sometimes we take for granted these things actually, because you might ask someone to help you or do something for you, because this person is your sister, your husband, your wife, your friend. You actually don't take it like that person doing whatever they're doing for you is actually important, and you actually need to appreciate it. At least say thank you. At least, most of the times we think it's obvious that someone has to help. But I learned that because when I went through situations of that kind where I needed help from someone and no one was available to help me, when no one was available to do something for me, when no one was available to favor me, no one was available to help me in any way, I learned to appreciate the people who really favor me. I learned to appreciate the people who do something for me. I learned to appreciate people who give me help, no matter how small it is. No matter how good you are, you must appreciate the people who do something small for you. No matter, even if you're really a big person, even if you're a celebrity, even if you're who you are, appreciate the small favors, because I realize that when you appreciate, you get more favors actually. When you appreciate the little, when you celebrate someone who has favored you, this is another way of appreciating people. When someone does for you something small, really raise them up. You're not gonna be posting your boyfriends only and your girlfriends actually only. Post the people who have been good to you. Post them and talk not randomly out of the blue. Appreciate them. Remember whatever they've been doing for you. Try to pay back. If you get pay back those small favors. Sit down and remember the people who have been favored to you. You'll get more favors actually, because God likes it anyway. God likes people who appreciate the small things they get, So if you appreciate, you're gonna get more. I also learned to break the ice at the end of the journey. When you're trying to do something, there's something that is cooking. You're trying to work upon something, you're trying to build something, you're trying to get to an achievement. You're working on something that is really good and profitable, maybe a business, and you're building a home, maybe you want to go, you want to just achieve something good. Before, I would really get excited, even before something is really done. When I just get the good news, that maybe when I get a thought in my head that I'm gonna be doing something, I actually start celebrating before I begin. Before something is actually done, I actually share it to people. I actually tell people what I'm planning to do, whatever. I tell people my plan, my programs, what I want to do, what I wish for myself, blah, blah, blah. And when I realize that those things actually don't happen. So I learned to break the ice at the end of the journey. These days I start And then I tell, when I finish and I have achieved what I'm saying I'm doing, that's when I'll come out to celebrate. And it is important, by the way, to celebrate every small thing you get. Because sometimes you think you're gonna be waiting for that big thing to come up. And I'm gonna be celebrating the big things only. Baby, celebrate the small things. Even if you bought an apple yesterday, so many people have wanted to buy an apple, but they can't. So celebrate them, yes, but do not tell people that I'm planning to buy an apple. Break the ice when you buy the apple. Go tell people, oh my God, I bought the apple. You know, make a dance about that because you really bought the apple. No one thought you would even buy an apple. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So I learned to celebrate and break the ice at the end of the journey, because I realized sometimes you don't even know what tomorrow is bringing for you, what God has planned for you. So you're happy about something that you haven't even done, and then God changes the plan. God tells you, no, my daughter, that is not what I want you to do. And you've already told the people that, you know what, I am gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and people like, she said she's gonna do this, what happened? Then you start saying, oh my God, someone is cursing me. No one is cursing you. Stop breaking the ice at the beginning, break it at the end. This is another difficult truth that I'm going to be telling you today. Do good. Just do good. I learned to do good things for people without expecting things in return. Now, before I would help, yes, I was good at helping, I was good at favoring people, I was good at doing every single good thing for people, but I wanted someone to at least appreciate me. I was expecting an appreciation from people. If someone never appreciated me for what I did for them, I would actually get hurt and a little bit heartbroken and disappointed because someone has not appreciated what I did for them. And if I did something for someone and then I wanted that person to do for me the same thing or something else, and that person doesn't do that or fails to do that in whatever circumstance, I would actually get very angry and depressed and very heartbroken and very disappointed, and would start saying, oh my God, I can't believe I was doing this for her, but she doesn't help me anyway. Oh my God, I don't believe I was doing this for him, but he doesn't even appreciate or even consider me. He doesn't remember everything I did for him. But now, I changed my mind. I help you. It doesn't matter if you want to pay me or you don't want to pay me, or you want to favor me back or you don't want to favor me back, or you will do something for me good or you will never do actually anything. Even if you're going to be hurting me at the end of the journey, I am doing this for God, not for you, darling. Not for you. I love to do things for God and not for the people, because human beings are just human beings and they will always be human beings. Because every time you want to help someone because you're expecting something in return from human beings, that is not going to happen. But if you're expecting something in return from God, it is actually going to happen. So I just learned to help, give what I can give, what I can offer, what is in my line. I'm not going to say no, but I'm just going to do what I can do. I'm not going to go an extra mile of something I can't do for you. I'm just going to do what fits my pockets, fits my line, fits my standards, fits in my line and my level. No, I'm not going to go above myself. But I'm going to do for you, and I'm not going to do for you anything because I want you to appreciate me. That's when I learned to trust my boyfriend, even when he doesn't trust me. I learned to love him even when he doesn't love me. I learned to love people even when they don't love me. I learned to appreciate people who don't appreciate me. I learned to befriend people who are not ready to be friends with me. I learned to just do good. To just be good to people. Just do good, because I'm telling you the truth. Try that method and you're going to see the blessings you're going to be getting. Ask me, I'm going to be telling you. If you're doing something good, not without expectations, without thinking that one day you're going to get in return, just doing it because you just have a good heart. I'm telling you, blessings are going to be like, a basket of blessings. They're just going to be like ants in a basket. flowing in your life. Try it out. It's just a trick that I've told you about. Try it. And you're going to be telling me tomorrow, oh my God, I can't believe what I got right now. Yes, that is it. Another thing that I also learned is that no one is ever going to be. This is a truth. This is something that is true. You guys, I have gone through it. I've experienced it. I've realized that no one is ever going to have your back like your parents. It is only your parents that are going to be sad with you when you're sad. It is only your parents that are going to genuinely, the word genuinely, be happy for you 100% when you're happy. And when something is not working out the right way, it is your parents that are going to really be sad. Genuinely sad. Leave alone the things of pretending around a leg, saying, oh, sorry, but tomorrow they're not thinking about, you know, by the way, this is a bitter truth. People will be sad when you are available in their faces. But once you shut the door and get out of the house, they are minding their businesses actually. No one is going to be sleeping over your issues. No one is going to be living the whole day with your issues. No one except your mother, your father, your parent is the only one who is going to be sleeping in the night and worried about whatever you're going through, and sad and crying and praying to God to take you through a situation. There is something when I was listening to a certain woman who had a daughter who wasn't ever able to give birth. That girl had a lot of friends, yes. She had a lot of friends, a lot of family members, a lot of relatives, and they all knew she couldn't give birth to a child. But of course, no one was sleeping over it. But this woman, the mother of that girl, went through fasting and prayer, and the girl got pregnant, and that woman, the mother, never gave up on doing that. She still prayed until the day the girl gave birth to the baby. Even on her pregnant bed, even in the hospital, the mother was there praying and fasting. Who does that? Let me know. If you have done that for a friend, for a sister, let me know in the comment section. It is only a mother, a father who can really cry with you genuinely. Because no parent will ever be, okay, some parents are really just mean maybe, but a parent, a real parent that I'm talking about, a real parent, will never be celebrating or even eating if their daughter is going through hell. When they take you to that prison behind the bars, it is your parent that is really going to be sad. And that is why I learned to do things considering my parents. Because before I make a mistake, I think about my mom. I'm like, hold on. And sometimes I avoid myself from so many things because I'm like, I don't want to hurt my mama. I don't want to disappoint my mom. I don't want to make her cry. Even when I desperately want something. So you guys, bravo to me. I learned that parents are the ones who are going to stand against their own family for you. A mother or a father is going to stand against the whole world for you. Yes, we fall in love. We get men, we get children, we get whoever we get. But it is only a parent, even a child. You know, do you realize? But I mean, let me know in the comment section. You guys, if your parents are going through a situation, you're married, you have children, and your mother is going through a certain situation, aren't you really gonna eat food? You'll think about your kids, your husband, even before you think about your mother. Then after 2 minutes, you'll be like, oh, my mom is sad. But a mother, every minute, every 15 seconds, every single minute that goes by, is worried about you, is thinking about you, is wondering what to do for you, is concerned about what you're going through. Guys, respect parents. If you're out there and you don't if you're angry with your parents, if you don't respect them anymore, if you're angry or mad at them for whatever they did to you, please, you better go back and say sorry, and then love and embrace your parents. They need that because they're heroes in this life. And then even God talks about it. If you don't love your parents, if you don't respect your parents, then you don't have a place in heaven. Just so you know. Allah, another bravo to me. This is another bravo to me because you guys, I never used to believe in myself. I never used to believe in what I can do. I never used to believe in the possibilities that I can make. But now I learned to believe in myself. I never underestimate my abilities to do things. If I touch it, I am confident enough that I'm gonna finish it, that I'm gonna do it, that I'm gonna make it. I don't need someone to just tell me what to do. I know I am a superwoman, I know I am phenomenal, and I know I can do it. I am strong enough to do whatever I can do. I am a self-motivator. I motivate myself, I push myself. I believe in myself. Even when someone says you can't do that, even when someone says you're not cute enough, I believe I am cute enough and above ordinary. Yes, I believe in myself, I push myself because no one knows me than I know myself. I know my abilities more than anyone knows my abilities. So even when I fall down, I bring myself up again. I motivate myself, I tell myself, yes, you can do it. Try it again, try it again. And there I go like a good girl, you know. Something that I learned to embrace is myself. I embrace myself before I embrace any other person. I embrace myself before I embrace other people around me. I embrace myself first. I consider myself, I think about myself. Am I comfortable? Am I happy before I make another one happy? Am I successful before I make others succeed? Have I gone through this tough situation before I help another person through a tough situation? Have I achieved this before I make others achieve whatever they want to achieve? Yes, they want to achieve. Yes, I want to help them. Yet they want, yes, they want my help. But where am I? Where am I right now? Am I already there? Have I already made it in life? Where am I? I'm making someone go through or make it in life. But have I made it in life? In which position am I? You know? I learned to ask myself those questions. In which place am I? In which position am I in my life? Have I built a home? Have I bought that brand new car? Someone is asking for 100,000 to top up to build a house. Someone is asking for 100,000 to have top up to buy a car. But have I bought that car myself? Have I built that house myself? Before I give another person to help themselves, have I helped myself? Before I make someone's life comfortable, am I comfortable? I learned to ask myself such questions. I learned to put myself before others. I learned to consider myself before another person. Before I give someone some meat, have I eaten meat? God says it in the Bible. Love yourself as you love others. You know, what am I saying? Okay, whatever that thing is. But you have to love yourself. Then love others. Because if you don't love yourself, if you don't consider yourself, I'm telling you, you will never consider anyone. You will never love any person if you don't have love, if you don't have self-love, if you don't love your own self. There is no way you can really assure me 100% that you love someone if you don't love yourself. I'm not going to believe you. So, brother, sister, learn to consider yourself number one. There is a statement I used to use when I was still in my high school. I used to say, I am second to none. I am second to none because I am not actually second. I am first. That simply means I am the first. That means I'm second to no one. If you're second to zero, then what is it? You're number one in your life. And you're number one in everything, and you're number one at every step you take. You're never number two. And this is for you to know, this is something that I'm going to be telling you that you must learn today, that you need to learn how to be critical of every situation. Like, be alert. Be on guard for your own life. So many people come in our lives with intentions. People come in our lives with deals. They want to crack. People want to come to our lives with a program. People want to come to our lives with intentions, different intentions that you can never know. So please, be on guard. Be on guard, this one I'm just begging you. Be on guard, always be on guard, always be on guard. Don't just let people in your life Don't just bring in anyone that you find in your life. Don't just welcome whoever you want to welcome because you're feeling a lot of pity for them. This is something I really used to do before. I would see someone I don't even know about, and I would welcome them in my house and stay with these people and comfortably be with them. And those situations actually caused me a lot of problems because of being kind is good. Yes, to be kind is good, but you need to be on guard. Be careful of who you tell, whatever you tell. Be careful of whatever you say to who. Be careful of how you carry yourself. Be careful of where you go and where you stay. Be careful of what you think and what you act. Be careful of every single thing. Be on guard. Be so critical. Before you speak out something, think. Ask yourself why. Before you attack, ask yourself. Be critical. Be concerned about every single thing. Do not just do things out of a mind. Do not just do things out of... Before thinking, actually, critically thinking, concentrate first before you make a decision, before you take a step, before you react to every situation. Because before I used to actually really react so fast on situations, and this has also brought a lot of problems to me. But I realized that you need to be critical in life. You need to be critical. You need to be careful about every single thing you do, every word you speak, every situation you go through. Ask yourself questions. Ask your inner person questions before you ever do anything, before you ever take any step, before you ever think about reacting to anything. Ask yourself, why is this happening? Put yourself in people's shoes and say, okay, what if this is me? How would I do this? How would I handle this? Ask yourself questions. Consider situations. Look at the good side of a situation. If a situation came in your life, look at the good side. Ask yourself, what is the good thing about this? Before you think, you look at the beginning. Think about the end. What is the end result? If I did this, what is it? What is the result of whatever I'm doing? Is it gonna be positive or negative? It is very necessary. And another truth that I must tell you today is that there is nothing possible without God. There is nothing possible without God. I'm going to repeat it the third time. There is nothing possible without God. If you put God first, that is a bitter truth that people don't want to accept. Because sometimes, I used to basically also think like that before, because I used to be like, I don't want to put God so close to me, because maybe if I put him so close to me, I will not be able to be doing certain things. Because I wanted to have fun in life. Yes, you want to have fun, but there is nothing possible without God. The more you put God away from your life, the more things are going to get hard. The more you're going to get worried, the more you're going to cry tears, the more difficulties you're going to face. Somehow it is somehow magical, but it's true. When you have God close to you, things just flow. Somehow, try and see. Just try and see. When you have God close to your heart, when you make God your friend, when you're always asking God about situations, when you're always praying and being thankful to God, even if he has not done the greatest things to you, for you, but at least be thankful that he gave Jesus Christ. There is nothing possible without God. There is nothing possible. I'm just going to be saying that so that it gets into your head. There is nothing possible. You can't do anything for yourself. Because, of course, if you could, then you would have created yourself. But you didn't. Yeah, thank you for watching my videos. And please do not forget to subscribe and share the video if you like it. If you have a friend that you want to share the video to, please consider sharing the video and give me a thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe on this YouTube channel. Please comment below and let me know what are the difficult truths that you've realized in life. And also, please comment. Love you. See you in the next video. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Something's fake to me now.